Welcome back to Blue Sky Flips. This is Nick here, and I just want to give you guys a recap because I've been doing a few other things for a little while, and I'm happy to get back to my eBay reselling business. So, what's going on with me is originally we had the Canada Post strike, and that actually disrupted the eBay business quite a bit. And then we also have the Trump tariffs come in and the uncertainty from all that, a lot of election stuff in Canada. So I've been really hyper tuned into the election. I've just had some extra stressors in life, so I haven't really been able to focus on the eBay business as I would have liked to in the past. I've really been focusing on self care, relaxation, and a lot of that for me, a way I decompress is video games. So I've really gotten into my Final Fantasy online game, and I was doing that. I was doing a little bit of content creation regarding Final Fantasy content creation. And then I also started a political TikTok where I was supporting the conservative candidate, Pierre Poilievre, as I thought he was the best candidate to lead Canada forward. Unfortunately, we found the results of the election and we did select a different leader, another liberal leader. So a lot of the steam and a lot of my brain power for the election is kind of gone. So I can actually finally just focus on life and I can start focusing on my eBay business. So what I've been doing over this last few weeks is I've been trying to reduce my inventory. So I've been trying to get rid of things that haven't sold. I've been putting them on sale, or I've been listing things on Facebook Marketplace and just trying to really even get stuff at cost, just get rid of my inventory. This has been successful. I usually ran a store of about 90 items. Now my store has maybe about 45 items, so I've really decreased my inventory. I wasn't sourcing a whole lot. I'm trying to really bring that down so that when I scale eBay back up this summer, I'm going to be getting more higher quality, high sell-through rate items, and that will be a lot better moving forward. So one thing that was putting me off eBay for a little bit this year was the fact that I needed to file my business taxes for the first time. So I thought I would have to get an accountant, but it turned out that I could just use the Wealth Simple tax platform and it worked really well for the business. It wasn't as scary as I thought. I didn't owe as much taxes as I thought I was going to, and it actually worked out pretty good. I was able to look at all my sales, look at my profit and everything, and I did pretty good, but I do want to make some changes this year. I definitely am going to be looking for a return on investment of at least 3 times the cost of goods sold on my items. This will ensure that every item is profitable because after eBay fees, that'll mean that I probably only make double what I paid for something. And that's a good spot to be because that means that if I buy one item, it now gives me the amount of money for 2 items. So I could basically buy another item, reinvesting in the business and keeping it going, and then pocket the cost of the second item. So then I'm actually growing and scaling. So that is what I need to do. I also need to look for higher sell-through rate items. I think I'm going to stick with an 80% sell-through rate. I don't like items that sell slow. I'm a little impatient, so I think I really need to stick to those higher sell-through rate items. Another change this year is I'm going to start cross-listing on Facebook Marketplace. So I just started it this week, and I'm basically just trying to get any of the inventory that is really not selling on eBay. It's not getting any views, or it's not getting watched or anything like that. Like, I'll put it on Facebook Marketplace, reduce the cost because people don't want to pay very much for Facebook Marketplace, but there's no shipping, which is really nice. I've actually sold quite a few items that weren't selling on eBay through Facebook's locally, so I'm going to continue to do that on any of my items that aren't selling well, and then I can get rid of this inventory, at least get the money back that I paid for it, and I can reinvest it in better items. Another thing I found this year is I was ordering a lot of my shipping supplies from Amazon because I assumed that it was a good deal. Well, I actually wasn't getting very much bubble wrap for what I was paying on Amazon. I was paying at least $30 and getting like maybe 2 mini rolls of bubble wrap. It actually wasn't that good. I found that Staples locally is actually decent if they have the 2-for-1 sale. There's sometimes a sale where they will make the second bubble wrap free, so then you can really reduce the costs on that. I've also found Walmart is actually really good. If it goes on sale, like for less than $20, you can get a giant roll of bubble wrap. So I've actually preferred that. And then I'm going to continue to get boxes from Superstore or grocery stores or my partner's work. He'll bring home boxes and save all my shipping supplies whenever I order things on Amazon or anything else online, just saving everything. And that's how I can really reduce on shipping supplies this year. Another big thing this year that I'm going to change is my sourcing methods. So, as you know, I sourced a lot of things from the Amazon bins last year. I would tend to go on Fridays, and Fridays is $25 day. Well, $25 day isn't very good because half the time I could only get an item that I could sell for $50 or $60, and that doesn't really follow my triple rule. So then by the time you pay eBay fees, I'm not even making like maybe $20. So then it's not enough to even reinvest and buy a second item. So I think that if I go to the bins, it needs to be the $20 day or even cheaper. And I might actually be going to the other Amazon bin store in the northeast of Calgary. I find that one's actually a lot cheaper and they have like items that people don't pick over. Like they have printer inks and things like that. So I might start giving that a look over. I do go to the Northeast most Saturdays as I'm doing my martial arts course. So that might be something I can do after that class. What I'm gonna continue doing my little thrift stores. I have a couple local thrift stores. They're like the non-name brand thrift stores, like just your everyday local one, like not your Goodwill, not your Value Village. Those small ones, they're so good because they undervalue things and they underprice them, and then I'm able to find some treasures that sell for good money. But I do still go to Goodwill and I'll probably go to Value Village. Value Village is amazing for kitchen appliances. A lot of people overlook this, but this is where I find those the little food processors, and you can take the chute, the lid, and all the different parts and sell them individually, and I make a mint off of those. Like you buy them for $10 and I can probably get over $60-$70 of value out of these little machines. So I'm going to still continue to do that. And then also, since it's May, now we're going into yard sale season, and yard sales are superb. The best items I found for eBay last summer were because of the yard sales. Like the beauty products that are like $1 or $2 and you sell them for 90, like things like that. Like yard sales are amazing. Yeah, so that's in a nutshell what happened with the eBay business this fall and winter. I am very excited for yard sale season and to get this going. And I'm also going to do an April what sold video. So stay tuned for that, everyone.